Hi guys, it's Deborah. Welcome to my channel. So the holidays are fast approaching, and if you're doing alternate day fasting, you know this is a thing to really consider. So what I did, I've been doing alternate day fasting since August 1st, 2022, a strict alternate day fasting journey. And what I did was I went and I did a bunch of research, different options, different things that I could do to approach the holidays. So I'm going to share the different strategies that I found, I came up with, and then I'm going to share the one that I'm going to do. So let's go. So during the 4 months that I've been doing alternate day fasting, I had structured my alternate day fasting schedule in such a way that I knew, I've always known what's coming up, and it's usually been, you know, small pockets of time or situations that were very manageable. And I made the decision that I was going to do strict alternate day fasting and nothing was going to take me off my schedule. So when I was contemplating Christmas and what was I going to do around, you know, all of the things, especially planning family situations, because I have my children, and then there's work, and then there's friends. Like, there's so many situations. I was just like, oh my goodness. So in my process of coming up with a plan for myself, I did a bunch of research, kind of looked at what other people were doing, and also considering what I had done, where I had just like warriored through my fast time when I was around people and food and stuff like that. So here, I'm going to share these things that I've considered, and then I'll just share what my plan is, what I decided to do with my alternate day fasting journey through Christmas. So I want to preface this video as well as saying, these are the things that I have found that I would potentially implement into my life, my alternate day fasting lifestyle. And so I highly recommend that if you're doing alternate day fasting and you're fast approaching the holidays and going through the same process, really there are so many different components that you have to factor in according to your life and your environment and all that stuff. So make sure you go through this, especially if you're doing alternate day fasting as a lifestyle. And yeah, maybe through me sharing some of these things, it will help you come to determine what you want to do for your alternate day fasting through these holidays. So like I said, in one of my scenarios when I was in my early days of doing alternate day fasting, I chose to just warrior up and stick to my alternate day fasting schedule, let the people around me know, and just followed through on my schedule. And I did it. And yes, it was hard, but that was the decision I made. So just continue. So that's one strategy, just barrel through. And, you know, when I was checking the whole Christmas schedule and different things that I knew were coming up, I was just like, oh my God. Okay, so in that moment of overwhelming, what am I going to do? So I considered that strategy, just muscle through. Did I want to do that? And I just put it all on paper. It's like, okay, here's option A, B, C. So that was the first one. And I had done it and I knew I could do it. I was just like, do I want to do that? And, you know, so with everything that I suggest here, I always do this process of what, why, how. And so I just listed all the whats, like what scenario. So the other one that I noticed that other people were doing is if they were doing alternate day fasting and, you know, there was just a day or, you know, a simple situation. I saw two things that people were doing and I was really interested. So one situation was people would double up on their eat day. So another situation that I saw some people do is they doubled up on their fast day. So if they knew they wanted to eat on a day or attend an event or be, you know, socialize freely, was they doubled up on their fast day. And I really liked that idea. I really put that into high consideration. I've seen other people as well do kind of convert to a bit of an OMAD, like if you were to take your fast day and make that an OMAD day, and then your next day is your eat day, and then your next fast day an OMAD day. And I thought that was a great strategy as well for, you know, just kind of factoring in, there's so many different things that, you know, Christmas week and then into New Year's, there was just so much for me. I was like, oh, I don't know how to put all the pieces together, but I will make this work. Yeah, so there was the doubling up on a fast day, doubling up on an eat day. There was doing the occasional OMAD. And then there was also the situation where you take an alternate day fasting vacation. So what did I decide? Well, I had to look at all those scenarios, all those strategies, and how it would fit into certain times during the week. So I have a work schedule, which is in the evenings. I have family, and, you know, my social structure is not like over the top. It's not like I have a whole bunch of extended family or, you know, a humongous circle of friends. My world is a little bit smaller, I would say, than most people, but I still have like a lot of different scenarios. So I thought, you know, some of the scenarios that I could foresee were, you know, people bringing in chocolates at work, or a staff party where there's going to be food, and very impromptu situations like, I don't know, you just get an invite, hey, come, we're doing this, come along, you know. And yeah, so factoring in all those things, which is a part of my world, and everybody's going to be different. If you've got kids at home and partners and you know, I could see how this could be a real challenge to find a strategy that really works for you. So here's what I decided to do. So given the things that I know would come up for me, and did I want to take the strategy of doubling up on fast days so that I could, you know, for me at first it was Christmas Eve is when we have our big dinner and spend the day, and there's always snacks and, you know, that whole Christmas Eve day. So I thought, okay, I can do that. But then as it started to evolve, and I was like, okay, I can fast on this. Eating on Christmas Eve meant that I would have to fast on Christmas Day. And then I thought, okay, in between Christmas and New Year's, you know, there would be some situations, but I could just try to be strategic. But then there is, my fast day was falling on New Year's Eve. So I was like, how do I just I'd be fasting all the time other than, you know, to double up on my fast days. So here's the decision I made. Because I've been doing alternate day fasting for 4 months, like I'm a day away from my 4-month mark. And I was just getting too overwhelmed with all of the different scenarios, and being so, like, I have been so structured, so militant about my alternate day fasting journey, that I decided that I was going to take an alternate day fasting vacation. And, you know, to accommodate the impromptu things, the potential, you know, last minute invites, or last minute people just show up, there's food, somebody's opening present, there's chocolates, like there's so much. And, you know, I really do. I want to enjoy these holidays. I want to be relaxed and be with my family and, you know, be festive wherever I go. If I'm at work, I know there's going to be things. People are going to order pizzas and different things. Yeah, so I decided on taking an alternate day fasting vacation. And it was hard. It was a really hard decision. So I thought, okay, how can I make sure that I plan this in such a way so that I can really bounce back in the new year. And I'm good when it comes to New Year's. You know how a lot of people make their commitment to get back to the gym and stuff like that. I really jump on that energy and it works for me. So though I am a little bit reluctant and a little bit concerned because I've never gone off my alternate day fasting lifestyle in 4 months. So I'm like, oh, but you know, if I thought I was like trying to use analogies, like we go on vacation, if, you know, if we are in our job and we work, we need a break. And I think too that, you know, while I love alternate day fasting and I feel like it's the thing for me, it's like my groove, my body has acclimatized, like, to the point where, you know, I've been facing some different challenges on my alternate day fasting up till now. And I see that my body has adapted. Really, it's just like my normal. So I've heard a couple of different experts out there, or really, you know, fasting gurus who recommend taking a fasting vacation. So then I can just not worry about impromptu situations, and I can plan, you know, to bake. You can't bake and not taste your stuff, right? And those are the things that I really enjoy about the holidays, is festive baking, cooking, breaking bread with my family or people who are close to me. So that's what I'm going to do. So I decided that I was going to, I looked at my schedule, and my, on December 19th, I believe, is my fast. It's a fast day. So that's the day that I'm going to start my alternate day fasting vacation, and then go through that week before Christmas, which is really a festive time. I actually love the week before Christmas. To me, that's when it's just like, oh my gosh. And then obviously the week of Christmas to New Year's. And then my plan is to start alternate day fasting on January 2nd. So that's my plan, and I am so excited about it. So during that 2 weeks, I think maybe it's just a couple days more than 2 weeks, is I'm going to do a lot of reflection. You know, I haven't really stopped since I started doing alternate day fasting. I have achieved massive results, but I've just been like going. Life has been kind of, I've had a smooth sailing type of alternate day fasting journey. I've had a couple wrenches here and there thrown into my schedule life, that kind of thing. But so during that 2 week alternate day fasting vacation, I am going to freestyle it. Like, I was like, oh no, I have to do like follow 16-8 or da-da-da-da-da. I'm just going to let myself just be free. I'm going to, I've tapped into some of this intuitive eating. I'm more aware of what my body is going through, whether it's, naturally craving healthy food, or if it's actually emotional eating. Like, I'm really tuned in, and I love that process that alternate day fasting has brought me to. So yeah, I want to reflect, and I also want to plan. One of the things I want to plan for starting alternate day fasting back in January is a more structured eating plan. I've achieved a lot of weight loss. I'm almost at halfway through my 50-pound weight loss goal, which for me is like amazing, and so many other things. And I share all these things in my other videos, but I want to kind of, tweak my plan a bit. I want to refine it and just kind of whittle it down and get a lot more clear, because I found lately, like, my why list has evolved, and I feel like I need a new solid plan for this next leg of my alternate day fasting journey. So that's one thing I'm going to probably, spend some time just reflecting, writing. Who knows how that'll come out. But I'm looking forward to that process, to just have a breather. And also, one of those things that I want to implement in the new year is a really gut healing diet structure plan. I don't want to call it a diet because I get a little bit squeamish when I do that. And so what I've been doing is I've been ordering different products that I want. I want everything kind of ready to go. And I've been making lists of the different things that I want to, I imagine, okay, what would breakfast be? What would lunch be on my eat days, obviously? And what would I consume? Like, what liquids will I have during my fast? What do I want to include? Because my first 4 months in alternate day fasting was so strict, like my fast. And I believe it should be. If you're just starting alternate day fasting, I say just go hardcore, strict, disciplined, because that's what builds your foundation. So I feel like me moving into the second leg of my journey, I want to really ask myself, like, what, it's not going to exceed outside of anything that I have already done. I'm looking at things like, things that I'm considering are kefir water and fermented vegetable, like juice, like the juice that is like sauerkraut is fermented in this liquid. And a lot of people say it's really good to take a tablespoon of that, or the whole apple cider vinegar. Yeah, so I'm just going to sit down and work out a plan for me. And yeah, so those are some of the considerations I am going to spend time doing. I'm also probably going to take a break from social media. Not that I'm a big social media person. I'm not sure if I'll make videos. I'm not sure which weeks those will fall into my alternate day fasting. Maybe I'll do some little update or something, but probably just kind of take a break and chill. And I want to go to the gym, and I want to it's good. I'm really looking forward to it. So that is my plan. And also, if you're, if anything that I suggested there, you're just not like, whatever, make sure that whatever you do, here's my message, resonates with you. Don't do what anybody else is doing. Or if you're not sure, really do research. Something will stand out to you. And make sure, I say, do your what, why, how. What do you want? Why do you want it? How are you going to do that, right? It's really, that process is so powerful. So anyways, guys, that is my how to plan for the holidays when you're doing alternate day fasting. And I wish you all an amazing holiday season, and may all your wishes and dreams come true. And I'm sending blessings to everybody. If you like this video, hit like. If you like my content and you want to see more, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.
Just watch me breaking.